Hi everybody, we're going to do another lung focus class today. So it's a combination that I've created between yoga and qigong. So it's the Indian and Chinese traditions coming together a little bit, but they're both body and breath centered practices. So I think they really complement each other, particularly when you're working on an area of your body that needs attention. So just try to keep your focus all the way through the practice on your lungs. Feel open, soft, and imagine light and energy coming into the chest. Don't worry too much if you struggle a little bit, if you have a cough or anything. Just go with the flow and accept where you are at this moment. So start at the front of your mat in Tadasana. So feet are hip distance apart, knees are soft, joints are soft, and stand in your power, strongly rooted to the earth. Do a couple of shoulder rolls with your breath, inhaling, take the shoulders up, and exhaling, take them back and down, and just gaze gently forwards. Place your hands on your hips or your waist, inhale, and exhale, just take the head over to the right, inhale, center, exhale, take the head gently back, inhale, center, and gently exhale, taking the head to the left. Inhale, center, and then chin to chest to stretch out the back of the neck. And then do the same in reverse. So take the head over to the left on the exhale, gently to the back, and then to the right, and then drop the head forwards gently to stretch out the shoulders and the back of the neck. Just breathe steadily, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, and just shake out your hands and arms, releasing any further tension. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and back and chest when we have a cough or cold or lung problems. Inhale, raise the arms overhead, and keep the joints soft as you exhale and bring the arms down and back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms down and back. And just keep this fluid, very soft, open movement, very gentle, and keep it with the speed and rate of your breath. So it's just synchronizing breath with movement in a very soft, open way. Inhale, arms up, and this time just take the left wrist with the right hand and stretch over to the right side. Really feeling the stretch and openness in the left. Inhale back to center. Take the right wrist with the left hand and stretch over to the left as you exhale, stretching through the right. And then inhale and exhale, take the arms back down to the side. Now keep your hips and lower body facing forwards, and you're just going to swing your upper body and arms. So let your arms completely loose. Let the shoulders and arms hang from your skeleton and just swing with your breath from side to side. So imagine holding no control over your arms whatsoever as you just let them swing naturally from side to side. And use your steady breath to synchronize with the movement. Again, we're releasing tension through the chest, through the back, through the shoulders, and just awakening the energy through the body. Keep the knees soft, feet firmly rooted, and just a steady breath. Gaze is soft. And just one more, and then just come back to your center. Now we're going to do another qigong movement. So inhale, you're going to take your arms forward with your palms up, and as you exhale, flip the hands and take the arms back with the exhale. Inhale, arms forwards, palms up. Exhale, swing the arms back, palms back. And the inhale and exhale is through the nose. And the exhale should be kind of slightly more forced out, like kind of a strong force out. But let that happen naturally with the body movement. So if you start to find your own rhythm and pace. Keep the knees soft and hips soft. Again, feet firmly rooted. And really just drop the shoulders and release the arms. And we're bringing energy into the lungs with this exercise. We're also clearing out any stale air. I learnt some of these techniques when I was receiving acupuncture a good few months before my transplant operation, and I found them highly beneficial. Even though at that point I could struggle a bit with them sometimes, I had to really listen to my body because honestly, obviously I was lacking a lot of lung capacity then. But these are great exercises to use. Okay, so inhale, arms up, and exhale, pivot from the hips, keep the arms extended, spine long, and exhale down to fold down over the thighs and hang, and let your shoulders, your arms, your neck and your head hang from the end of your spine. Knees are bent a little bit, and just breathe. Let the breath come back to its natural rhythm again after that exercise. Just be aware of any sensations in your chest, in your shoulders, your back, your lungs. Okay, so we're going to do a halfway lift, so fingertips on the floor in front of you. Inhaling, extend the spine, look forward, and exhale, fold down over the legs and drop the elbows out to the side. Halfway lift, inhale, extend the spine, and exhale, elbows out and fold down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, bend into the knees deeply, sit into your hips, coccyx slightly tucked under, belly pulled in. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, fold down and take the arms behind you. Inhale, back up, arms up, knees bent. Exhale, fold and take the arms behind you. And inhale one more time. This time I'm going to hold it for a few breaths in chair pose. Coccyx slightly tucked under, belly pulled in. Extend the spine and the arms. And exhale, fold down. Have a couple of options here. Either you take your first two fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, and grab your big toes to do a forward fold, or if you don't reach that low naturally, just put your hands on the front of your shins. So halfway lift, inhale, extend the spine, and then exhale, fold down from the hips, pivoting from the hips, extending the spine long, shoulders are back but soft, and just breathe steadily in whichever position you're in. If your fingers are gripping your toes, take the elbows out to the sides. Inhale, halfway lift, take your fingertips to the floor and slowly lower the hips down into yogi squat, malasana. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider and sit deep into the hips. Just wiggle the hips a bit, sit deep into them and come to sit down gently on your bottom. Extend the legs out in front of you and place your hands at the side of your hips. You're going to really lift up out of the pelvis, extend the spine up. Imagine there's a small string attached to the crown of your head, just gently lifting you up. As you inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, again pivot from the hips and gently extend the heart forwards. Lead with your heart to fold over the front of your legs. Extending the spine very gently, active legs, active feet, and place your hands either side of your feet. So keep the posture active but soft, so there's no great straining or pulling or pushing. Try and find the natural movement in this posture. If you don't reach far, don't worry, you can place your hands further up alongside your lower legs or wherever you reach to comfortably. Or if you are flexible, you can take the sides of your feet. And just breathe steadily, keep the shoulders soft, keep extending through the spine, lengthening, pulling the lower belly in, and the neck is long and soft. Inhale, rise up. And now just take the left foot over on the outside of the right knee. Bend the right foot underneath you, so the foot is by the bottom. And take the right fingers down to the floor just behind you, wherever your fingers naturally reach. Extend up through the spine, pulling the lower belly, and take your right arm over the outside of the left leg. And you're just going to extend the spine up as you breathe in this twist. So we're bringing in air into the left side lung, chest. And you can either keep your fingers on the floor, or you can come into a cactus arm position. Or even try taking the hand just gently behind the head for a few breaths too. Keep the jaw soft, shoulders down, relaxed, and keep extending up from the pelvis. And you're bringing in air into every area of that lung, particularly the mid and the upper underneath the armpit. Come back to face center, keep the legs crossed over the top of each other. And you're going to wrap your arms around each other. So take the left arm on top of the right and twist the arms as much as you can. Elbows are at shoulder height, keep the shoulders down, pulling the lower belly, extend the spine and slightly dip the chin and breathe. Take a few steady breaths here. Feel the stretch across the back of the shoulders. And then grab a strap or a scarf or a belt, whatever you have available, and hold it in your left hand. And you're going to take your left hand up and over behind your head and neck. And your right arm comes down below and behind you to reach up to grab the strap from the top where it's hanging. So what we're doing is opening up the shoulders and the chest here. And try not to force out the lower ribs. They can sometimes really stick out. So try to magnetize the lower ribs to the front of the hips. And gravitate the left elbow towards the sky. Keep facing forwards. Gaze softly and breathe steadily. We're also opening and stretching across the hips here as well, where we can hold a lot of stuck emotions. If you're very flexible, you can get rid of the scarf and clasp your fingers, but otherwise use the scarf or belt. Okay, release that posture, uncross the legs and swap over. So take your left foot to the outside, no, your right foot to the outside of your left knee and bend the left leg underneath you to the side of you, so the foot's by the bottom. Take the right fingertips behind you and slightly out to the side and extend up through the spine, keeping the shoulders down and soft, but using your core to lift you up. You can either keep the fingers on the floor or try with cactus arm, or even try with your hand behind your head for a few breaths, so the air can really access all areas of the right side chest. Just breathing steadily through the nose. Keep a calmness. Come back to center. Keep the legs crossed over the top of each other. And this time wrap the arms the opposite way round. So take your right arm over the top of the left. And shoulders at same height as your elbows. Pull in the lower belly. Sit on top of the sitting bones. Extend the spine up. Slightly dip the chin and breathe softly with a very soft gaze. Feel a nice stretch across the back of the shoulders. Keep your jaw soft. And grab your strap or your scarf again. This time take it in the right hand. Take the right arm up and over behind the back of your head. Drop the strap down and take the left arm behind your back from underneath to grab the strap. Feel the opening in the front of the shoulders and the chest. Keep facing forwards. And just breathe steadily through the nose. You want to do at least 5 to 6 breaths in this posture, maybe even 10 if you can. It's a great chest opener. Any posture, again, that stretches across the chest and the front, the top of the chest and the shoulders is opening and stimulating the lung meridians, the lung energy channels. And then exhale, release the arms. Take a breath. Uncross the legs. Place the feet down in front of you, legs bent, and slowly as you can roll, using your core, roll down to lie back on your mat. Bring your heels in towards your bottom so that you can touch the heels with your fingertips, and you're going to inhale with your arms out to the sides gently as you raise the pelvis up to the sky and lift the heart. You can even walk the shoulders under you a little bit to get a bit more openness through the chest. And then exhale, roll the spine back down to the floor, and then inhale, lift the pelvis and open the heart up to the sky. And just do this a few times, very slowly, one vertebra at a time, with your own breath. Keeping the shoulders on the floor the whole time. And then extend the legs out in front of you to reach the end of the mat. And walk your feet over to the right. Keep your hips and your lower back exactly where they are, and walk your shoulders as well over to the right. Take your arms up overhead and let your elbows drop out to the side. And just in this banana shape, it's a yin yoga posture, allow yourself to surrender very softly to this opening and this stretching of the fascia, which is the outer layer of connective tissue that covers all the muscles in the body. But it also works to help open the chest, the lungs, this particular posture. And just breathe steadily. Inhaling, come back to center and walk the feet over to the left and walk the shoulders over to the left. Hands overhead, relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. And let the back of your shoulders melt into the floor. And just breathe steadily. Totally surrender to this posture. Notice any sensations. See if you can let go of any tension, anything you're holding on to, the tightness you might be holding into your chest. And inhale, come back to center. Bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, come up slowly up onto your elbows with your hands extended in front of your elbows, and lift your heart up as high as you can towards the sky, really stretching across the front of the chest, top of the chest and the shoulders, and take a couple of breaths there as you reach the heart towards the heavens. And then come to sit up, cross-legged. Just take a breath or two. Bring your energy and attention to your chest area. Relax your shoulders, spine is long. You can place a cushion or a block underneath your bottom if you want to help extend the spine up. And then just come to forwards, cross your feet underneath you, come forwards to sit on your heels, and grab a couple of blocks or books. And you're going to place your elbows on the edge of the blocks, at the width of the blocks, and knees go underneath your hips and toes tucked. Take your head down between your arms and bring your hands to prayer position at the back of your neck and at the top of the shoulders, if you can. And just melt your head and your chest down through your arms and towards the floor. So feel that melting happening all the way from the base of the spine as you hang suspended. You're suspended between your hips and the blocks. And just with every exhale, see if you can just melt a little further towards the floor. You can stay here again for one to 3 or 4 minutes, but we'll cut it a little bit short for this class today. But feel free to pause the video and stay here longer, just breathing into it. Again, very passive stretch. Inhale, come up, walk the knees forwards, remove the blocks to the side of your mat. And just come back to sit cross-legged. Bring the attention to your chest again and your whole upper body. Shoulders, the back. And place your right hand on your upper chest and your left hand on your lower belly. Maybe just close your eyes for a few breaths as you imagine white light and breath just penetrating into your chest and through your back, through your shoulders, as if it was coming in through your skin. As though it didn't even have to come in through the airways. Let it just dissolve through, penetrate into the lungs. You can take a big inhale and then exhale. You're going to use your core to lean forward and blow out the air as if you were blowing out a candle. So this is called pursed lip breathing. And it's great for really clearing out stale air from all of your lungs and activating the diaphragm. So the diaphragm doesn't get lazy and weak. So deep inhale and pull on the lower belly. As you exhale, blow all the air out. Fully empty the lungs without straining. And then inhale as you come back to sit up. Lean forwards, exhale through pursed lips. Make the exhale long and steady. Inhale, come up, and just do this with your breath and the way you're able to, 5 or 6 times, maybe up to 10 times, depending on how you feel. Be aware of how you feel. Then when you're done, come back to sit. Spine is long. Tuck your chin gently towards the chest, extending the back of the neck. Take your hands, palms up, resting on your knees. Join the thumb and the first finger together lightly. Pull in the lower belly and gently pull in the pelvic floor, which is the muscle between your genitals and your bottom. And so you're just locking in any beautiful energy that we've gathered in with this class. And we've brought breath and prana and chi into the lungs. And just breathe steadily through your nose. You can stay again here for a minute or 2. If you wish, just pause the video. And then when you're done, rest your hands in your lap, take a few steady breaths, and then when you're finished, gently open the eyes and be aware of how you feel with non-attachment.